Just kind of considering the state of the team, how do you put this game into perspective? And just kind of considering how many bodies you were down and the effort they were able to give through, I guess, the majority of the game.
Right. I mean, that's what it's most about, is whether or not they gave what they had and whether or not they tried to do it together. And I thought they did. The circumstances obviously were tough, obviously, being down the bodies, but, on a back-to-back versus, a fully healthy team, and the Raptors who've been playing really good basketball, who run and pressure you defensively. Our guys could have laid down tonight, but they didn't. They gave us what they had.
And then Isaac finished with another career high in points with 20 points. We've talked about his growth offensively in the second half of the season, but just he continues to keep breaking that. So what do you just keep seeing from him and his ability to find his shots and get to the rim and just kind of be more aggressive offensively?
That's what it's about for him. It's him finding his spots where he can be aggressive, how he can beat his man, because that's his strength. He has the ability to get to the basket. He's got, good finishing skills. So he's got to do that. And again, it's a learning process. A guy who, for the majority of his life has played with the ball in his hands. And now you come here and we, for the most part, have our two guards that do the, majority of the ball handling and those things. So he's figuring it out and, he wants it bad enough. He works at it hard enough. And I think we see the proof in the pudding that he's continuing to get better.
And then last one for me, Darius had 10 assists tonight. And so, we've obviously talked about his ball movement and facilitating, but just continuing that effort and, not a great shooting night for him, but being able to be, productive somewhere else in those assists. What did you just see from him and how he was able to facilitate tonight?
That's, understanding how you can continue to help your team even when shots don't go. Obviously we want him to continue to be aggressive with those shots, but some nights they don't fall. And you can't be a zero when that happens. And I think, again, the 10 assists show that he can impact his team and help his team without the ball, going at the clip that we've seen it go here recently. But, he continued to help the team.
Thank you.
Sorry, Marla. No, you're having no problem.
Beacon Journal. JB, considering you gave up 87 points in the first half last time you played them, how pleased were you with your improvements on defense, especially when they had more of their guys tonight?
Again, I think, that game was an outlier in how we've played most of the season. But, our guys did take it to heart and we, watched some of that film and saw those clips of what they were doing and we wanted to be better. And that's, again, a testament to our guys' character, who they are. Again, they gave us what they had tonight. Couldn't ask for anything more.
And not to fault your effort, but those disastrous few seconds at the end of the third quarter, is that another teaching moment?
Yeah, it's, you have to know, with what we're, dealing with the injuries and those types of things, you can't afford those mistakes. And against a team like this who has, multiple all-star caliber players, they'll make you pay. So that's us growing and understanding the importance of every possession and, fighting in adverse and difficult situations.
Thank you.
Chris
Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, JB.
Hey, Chris.
What was Kevin doing at the end of the third quarter there?
I'm not sure. You'll have to ask Kevin, Chris.
All right. Did you have a conversation with him in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it.
Did he give you any kind of explanation?
No, he apologized to his teammates for it, and we'll move on.
But is there any, I don't want to say disappointment, but is there any concern that this guy's supposed to be one of your team leaders? He's an NBA champion, and he's having temper tantrums in the middle of a 2-possession game that really cost you guys?
Again, that's something that, Kevin and I will talk about and have talked about. He had a lapse in judgment. He's been great for us from a leadership standpoint this whole year, even through his difficulties the injuries he's been battling. So we'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
Angel, go ahead.
Angel Gray, Bally Sports Ohio. Coach, I just know that there's no moral victories, but for you, with the deck stacked against you tonight, as Kelsey was saying earlier, for your team, you talked about the grit, the fight that they had. Is there some type of a silver lining for you tonight in their performance that you can build on, though?
Yeah, I mean, again, it shouldn't just be tonight. It should be consistent. And for the most part, I think we've been consistent in that. You know, we've had lapses, we've had games, but if you look at, you know, the majority of the nights our guys showed up, they competed together and they played selflessly. So, you know, tonight it's what we expect of our guys. And I think that's the quality of our group, is we expected them, no matter what was going on, to go out and give us what they had. And I thought they did that tonight. Again, credit to them. It's who they are and their character.
And as far as Isaac getting another career high, I know that, you know, you asked a lot from everyone on the floor, but for him to step up, I'm pretty sure it's the work that he's put in before this moment that has allowed him to find the success. Everyone seems to trust him in more situations on the floor. Why is that?
Because he's so steady. You know, you watch him emotionally, and he never wavers. You know, the boat never rocks with Isaac. Isaac is always straight ahead and goal oriented. And no matter what bumps happen or, you know, things kind of shift or obstacles get in his way, like, he still finds a way to keep, you know, his head down and his feet moving forward. And, you know, as 19, 20-year-old, like, that's not easy to come by. But again, his teammates have seen that from him time and time again. And, you know, that's why they've developed that trust in him.
And going back to it's being done by committee, how important was Damian Dotson tonight, especially to free up Darius a bit? 24 minutes. I know you said he was on a bit of a minutes restriction, but what did he show you tonight?
That he's a pro, and this is who he's been, you know, all year. When his number's called, he's been ready to go. You know, he's been in and out of the lineup because of, you know, injuries and those types of things. But whenever we call upon Dot, we know Dot's going to be ready.